Caitlin Clark calls out Jordan Chiles for wearing a Dallas Wings hat after the Fever game. Right after a tough game, most players head to the locker room and reset. But Caitlin Clark had one more play to make this one off the court. As she walked through the hallway after the Indiana Fever game, she ran into none other than Olympic gymnast Jordan Chiles. What followed was a quick, playful moment. Clark, never one to shy away from a little friendly banter, noticed something right away. Jordan was wearing a Dallas Wings hat. "Even though you had a Dallas Wings hat on, I'll let it slide," Clark said with a grin. Jordan burst out laughing, and the two shared a warm hug. Wings hat sparks Clark moment. Chiles quickly explained the story behind the hat, letting Clark know that her best friend was making custom hats for every WNBA team. That answer earned an approving smile. "That's fire," Caitlin replied, clearly impressed. It wasn't just a joke, it was a connection between two elite athletes, both confident and real in their own ways. Just two young women at the top of their sports, sharing a laugh, bridging basketball and gymnastics, and showing mutual respect. It's also a great example of how the WNBA continues to grow in cultural reach. When Olympians like Chiles show up courtside, or in this case in the hallway, with love for the league, it's clear the game is bigger than ever. Paige Bueckers had a lot to say about Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark. Paige Bueckers did all she could for the Dallas Wings in Friday night's highly anticipated matchup against a Caitlin Clark-less Indiana Fever side. Bueckers went off again for a team-high 22 points on 34 minutes of action, being the only Wings player to score in double digits. The highly touted rookie also registered 4 rebounds, 4 assists and 2 steals, while also connecting on all 8 of her attempts from the charity stripe. Bueckers' strong outing still wasn't enough for Dallas, though, as they suffered an 88-78 defeat against a shorthand Indiana side that made it 4 straight wins on Saturday. The Wings lost their second consecutive game and fell to 8-21 on the season. The Paige Bueckers vs. Caitlin Clark rivalry. Bueckers had quite a lot to say about Clark ahead of the game. A video of both Bueckers and Clark was shown on the broadcast prior to tip-off, and it featured both stars giving each other their flowers. Bueckers opened up on her rivalry with Clark and how she believes this is only good for the game. "They've sort of been pitting me and Caitlin against each other since high school," Bueckers said. "You come for the individual battle, but then you leave just a fan of the game in general and a fan of so many other people's performances." Despite their long-standing on-court rivalry, Bueckers and Clark have only played each other once at the WNBA level. This was on July 13 when Clark led the Fever to a convincing 102-83 blowout win with 14 points and 13 assists. Bueckers, though, outscored her foe by dropping a game-high 21 points in the loss. Clark sat out Friday's matchup due to a lingering groin injury, which marked her 6th straight game on the sidelines. The Fever and the Wings face off again on August 12, and hopefully, both stars will be healthy for that matchup. Bueckers makes her opinion of Clark clear. Bueckers had nothing but high praise for the reigning WNBA Rookie of the Year. According to the Wings star, Clark has the ability to dominate a game on a whim. "She can just take the game apart any which way she decides," Bueckers said. "She just reads the game extremely well at all levels." Bueckers also had to compliment her rival on her aggressive attitude on the court, which is something Bueckers hopes to face in the near future. "Just the excitement that she brings and competitive fire, you see it every single time she plays," Bueckers said. Fans may have been robbed of the latest iteration of the Clark vs. Bueckers battle, but there's no doubt that this rivalry will live on for many years to come.